Hello and welcome to Daily Brightness. We are here as always to discuss the weekend's football, but before we do, here's our check-in. Bestie, how are you?
Hiya, bestie. I'm really good, actually. Yeah, obviously I had a little bit of in my emotions kind of day after the result, but quickly got out of that. And yeah, I think just in those moments, just again, zooming out a little bit. It's been a good week. It's been a really good week.
The WSL was back this weekend, so let's start it with your game. Unfortunately, a loss against Arsenal, which is never good for you, obviously. Any loss, but I think for you, Arsenal's probably the worst one. So hit me off with that one, I think.
Really weird game, actually. Like, really, really bizarre. Firstly, the crowd, like, the fans were incredible. It was such a good atmosphere. And we started the game really strongly. Like, first half, just like felt in control, felt solid, and defensively we felt really good. We were creating chances, but again, we're not converting, we're not scoring. And this is the difference. Like, and it goes back to that point what we spoke about last time when we beat like a West Ham 5-0 or whatever, and I'm kind of like, oh, but we should have scored more. And everyone's like, yeah, but you won 5-0. And I'm like, yeah, but I know that when it comes to these sorts of games and it's a top opposition and you're limited to chances, you need to score. Dexter, please stop that. You need to score. So it's like, that's when it matters. You've got to take your chances against this team. And we had equal opportunities. They scored 2, we didn't. But it was really bizarre because halftime we came in, you know, we felt really good. Like everything was yeah, like we felt comfortable. And listen, they had like a couple shots and whatever and dragged them wide. But you're playing against the top opposition. I think people start panicking sometimes when you concede chances against top teams. But that's going to happen. You're not going to keep Arsenal from like having a shot. You're not. Like, that's just the nature of the game. It's super competitive. They're a top team. But I thought it was like even Stevens, to be honest, at half time. And then second half, they literally, for their 2 goals, they had 2 moments, scored them both. And yeah, could say like errors from us. And then we just couldn't score. Like, we couldn't. And then they started piling the pressure on. And yeah, I think momentum was with them second half more so than us. But it was a weird one because you came away with a loss, but it didn't feel like you got battered kind of thing.
I think the hardest thing is now, obviously, you went into that game 6 points behind City. Now it's 9. That is a huge gap for you to bridge and a bit of a mountain to climb. But I think you like that sort of, like you relish in that sort of fight, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, we won, not last year, the year before. We should have not won the league. Like, we shouldn't have. We had to make up a goal difference, something crazy goal difference. And then we ended up beating a team 8-0. And then we beat Man United at Old Trafford 6-0. We won the league. We'd all been wrote off. Like, people were already celebrating that Chelsea had lost the league.
That's when the Chelsea fans like me for scoring against City.
Yeah, and it was like, we didn't rely on anyone else. We actually technically should have been relying on other people to do a job, and you obviously helped us out kindly. But we won it through we never accept defeat. Like, it is never over until it's over. Like, it isn't. So I am never,
you can't
ever
think that far ahead because anything can happen.
There's so many games left, and we've got City to play.
And as you've seen in this league so far this season, like, anyone can beat anyone.
Did you watch the London City game?
No, we were playing at the same time, so I was obviously, it was on the telly, but
listen, like, people probably would have expected City just to walk the floor, but they really didn't. Like, they hit the post, they had so many one-on-ones, like, they could have scored like 2 or 3 goals easy. It could have been a complete different game. So, and they're a top team, but listen, there's far too many games left in this season to be saying that anything's done with. So, in my eyes, we've got a massive game this weekend. We've got City. You know, we go and beat that, it's back to 6, and then it's all to play for. Like, everyone's still got everyone to play. And yeah, I just think, I don't know, there's just too many games left. Like, it's not over till it's over.
I think that's what I really, really enjoy about the league. And especially this year, I think the league's wide open for like, not wide open as such, but wide open for like anyone to sort of achieve something. Like,
so much can happen. So much can happen from now until the last game.
You lose one game, and it's like you can drop like three places in the league. It's mad, honestly. But that's what I really enjoy. But I think you've moved on to the London City game. I think we should talk about that because obviously, Bunny scoring late. I think. That's another thing you've got to do against City. Bunny's always going to pop up. Like, that's the type of, like, the calibre of player that she is. And I think that she can make things happen at any point in the game. And I think when you draw them with City, and by the 84th minute, I think it was 86th minute, like.
Listen, they could have had chances. They hit the bar so many times.
Yeah, I saw Isabel hit the bar.
City's second goal was so scrappy. Like, it was so scrappy. And to be fair, it was preventable. Like, London City tried to play out. It was a bad pass back to the keeper. Could have prevented the corner. You don't get that corner, you know. Do they end up going and scoring? I don't know. But even that, I'm hoping, you know, my players are watching that game and believing that we can go away and get a win this weekend. And then, you know, I think it goes to show, like I said, people would have just expected City to walk all over them. That is not this league whatsoever.
It goes like back to what I was saying about Chelsea in the past. Like, when you're that good and you're playing that well and momentum's with you, and it's almost like luck is on your side. You create your own luck by the talent that you have.
Things fall for you. They definitely fall. You create it yourself, but they do fall for you. That's
what I mean. And maybe City last year, 2 years ago, that's a 1-1 game that finishes 1-1. So I think that's credit to them and the team that they've built, and, you know, the energy around them. I think
they've learned how to do that, you know. I think they've learned how to win scrappy, and I think that's something that's always been lacking in their game, like finding the way over the line and finding whatever it takes to get the win.
But I think that's because you see City as like a pretty football kind of team, but you need all the elements. Like,
oh, listen, they've been fantastic this season. Like, they really have. But it is, I love how interesting like this last like block of the season is. I always call it business end of the season, and I think it's going to be fantastic for supporters because, you know, like you said, you drop a point or a couple points, lose a game, you can go from third to fifth like real quick. So it is going to be interesting. But I thought Godfrey was brilliant for London City Lionesses. I think just a shout out to her. Thought for a young player as well.
I think she's one that's on the rise, isn't she? Like, I think she's a really tidy
the confidence
player
to play like she did, though, take players on 1v1. Her goal was fantastic. And I think London City, I think just a mention on them is, you know, the quality that they showed against City and the bravery, like high in attack, aggressive, playing out, playing through the thirds. Like, they had some really good passages of play. So it was actually a good game to watch. But I think, yeah, obviously City showing their grit and a new side to them, I guess, that we're not used to seeing, and doing whatever it takes to win. Something that we're not used to seeing. So yeah, game on, bestie.
Love that.
Moving on to your game.
Weird one, really weird one. Because if anyone watched that game, like, it wasn't a 4-1 to United game at all. And I'm not being biased, but we go down, conceded a corner, straight from a corner. And they always think they're jammy. Like, I don't think many people mean to put the ball in the back of the net from a corner. But nonetheless, we went on and scored. Kirsty, who's absolutely flying on fire at the minute, went and scored not long after.
Brilliant goal. I did see her goal, actually. Saw it in the highlights.
About 2-3 minutes after. So going into half-time at 1-1, I think was a pretty fair representation of the first half. And then second half, they stepped up a little bit. Like, they sort of got into a new gear, made a couple of subs. We made a couple of subs. And then we conceded 3 in 7 minutes. And that's so unlike us. I think we had a struggle against City, obviously, but it was hard to watch that because I thought we actually were really not in control. But, you know, at 1-1, you're thinking 71st minute, 1-1.
Yeah.
Against Man United is, you know.
Yeah, you take it. You're in a good place.
And I think when the second goal went in, it felt almost like they were coming for blood then. You know, it's 2-1 to them. You can think they could sit off, they could just play it safe a little bit, but they went all guns blazing. And I think that's something, again, that you can't do against top teams. Like, if it's 2-1, you know, you sort of got to think, right, we can chase the game here. It's 71 minutes. You've got 20 plus minutes to get an equaliser. We had a big chance, which I think, can't remember if it was before 2-1 or after 2-1, which again then could have been 2-2 or 2-1 us. And that's a different game. And, you know, they scored 71, 75, 79. And it's like, it's a tough pill to swallow, that, because it just did not reflect the game. Like, that's mad 7 minutes. Like, does not.
I think they're the hardest games, you know, when the result, like, people see the result, but it's not how the game is. They're like the worst games for me. I hate it.
Yeah, it was frustrating, I think, especially to watch and knowing that you can't influence the game or you can't help out, or, you know, that was a hard one to watch because I'm like, 71st minute, it's 1-1, we're doing fine. Like,
yeah, I think just a little shout out to Jess Park, though. I think she's been amazing for them, and I think she's really starting to like be their playmaker.
I saw her after the game. She was like, I'm knackered. My legs are killing.
She really is a playmaker for them, though, and I think, again, it just goes to show what a move does for you. And yeah, I think she's really at like a peak performance now.
Yeah, I think she is always going to be a world-class player, but seeing her thrive at United this year has been really nice to see for her. I think, she had a bit of a tough run going out on loan a lot, not really getting much playing time at City, and then making that move to better her career and better herself and give her the best opportunity. I think it's really, really taken a game to the next level. But yeah, positives to take for us. I think we got one of our youngsters came in, made a debut for us, and that was nice. It's always nice and pleasing to see.
Yeah.
Jenna Niswanger got her first appearance at Villa.
Yeah, seen that. So, that's nice.
Yeah, it's little things like that you want to run with rather than focusing too much on conceding 3 in 7 minutes. But anyway, Liverpool Spurs, wild. I would never, ever would have predicted that to happen. Obviously Spurs are flying, Liverpool bottom of the league. You don't expect that to happen, but Miranda 2 in a minute, straight from kickoff.
Take a bow, girl. Take a bow.
So I think massive for Liverpool, really bad result for Spurs.
Yeah, hopefully they keep their momentum going though. They've had a rough period, Liverpool, but yeah, maybe they're on the up now. So
yeah, and then Leicester again, another loss, which is a tough one to take. Obviously, get more of the scoop from Sarah, obviously being there, but she said it was from her opinion, not a game that was they shouldn't have won that game. They had chances.
First away win for West Ham.
Yeah, I think so. It's a big loss for Leicester, that one. But it's bottom of the table is going to be a tight one, I think, in this part of the season. Brighton, Everton. I actually watched that one. Didn't really know which way that was going to swing, but Everton are struggling.
Yeah, I think it was a bit of an even game,
Everton haven't won at home this year. I think that's wild.
I know.
Their first year at Goodison,
That's not a great start, is it? You want your home ground to be, they're the fixtures where you're relishing them, and, that's the place where you should be the hardest to beat.
But maybe learn after next weekend, because we've got them away next weekend. So.
Yeah, if you could just hold off till
hold off on that one.
Guys, that is it for the WSL. We are going to take a quick break and we will be back. On to Millie's favourite thing. Block and delete. Before we get into mine and Rachel's, we are going to have a few from the audience. First one, help me with the...
April.
It's just spelt different.
Yeah.
Okay.
Trendy.
People putting tuna... People put in tuna anything in the work fridge.
Anything with tuna. Yeah, I would agree with that. Stinks.
The smell goes through everything. Yeah, block and delete. Also, I don't like when players pack food up at lunch and then they go and leave it in the changing room. No, that's block and delete. It stinks. It absolutely stinks. Leave it outside and collect it on your way out.
Yeah, I agree with the tuna. I like tuna, but it does stink.
Block and delete. Yeah, we agree with you.
Next one from Zoe. Block and delete knobs not saying thank you and you let them pass in the road. I agree with that.
Yeah, I agree. It's rude.
Because that's
I didn't have to let you go.
If someone lets you go, thank you, mate. It's not hard, is it?
If you do that and I would purposely then go, you're welcome. You're welcome. Oh, just flash. Little flash or little hands up. Simple.
It's just a common courtesy on the road.
Block and delete. I'm loving these ones because we agree with them. Last one from Sue. Cyclists who ignore red lights completely. ! She's fuming. It always causes me so much stress.
Well, I mean, yeah. If you're going to... I'm not going to lie, right? This could get so many people's backs up, but I don't like cyclists at all. I just think, if you're going to be on the road, right...
Abide by the rules.
Abide by the road's rules. If I drove through a red light and hit a cyclist, they'd have a lot to say.
Exactly. And I'll agree with cyclists because when I was little and we used to take the horse out on the road, bearing in mind horses come before cars, period. We were there first, thank you very much. With the carts, horse and carts and all that. And cyclists always used to get moody and be like, get off the roads. We were like, we were here first and we're legally allowed to be on the roads. And they were the aggiest people ever.
And my horse will stomp you off your bike, pal.
Darling, I'll get him to boot you in your head.
I agree with all these. These are good ones today.
I like these today. A round of applause for our audience, block and delete.
Block and delete, baby.
Right, bestie, what's yours?